Op de CeBIT brachten wij een bezoek aan Asustor. Deze relatieve nieuwkomer op de NAS-markt heeft grootse plannen en timmert inmiddels stevig aan de weg met steeds nieuwe softwarefeatures. Wij spraken Dennis Chu over de visie van Asustor en vroegen hem onder andere waarom Asustor 2 jaar geleden besloot om in de competitieve NAS-markt actief te worden.
What we see is that from 2011, the market totally changed. So traditionally, NAS is more to the storage and more for professional use. But actually from 2011, especially when SSD is very popular in all kinds of devices, your local storage become much smaller and your data demand is much bigger, explosive. So actually you need a central NAS, you need a central storage device, either cloud or personal NAS. And also, our target audience changed from professional use to every individual who have a cell phone, who has a pad. That become from 1% of population to maybe 10 to 50% of population. So there should be a change that this kind of devices should be much easier to use and should have the functionality to fulfill all kind of demands.
And that's where you see a new sector for Asustor where you can add something which the competition doesn't have or does not yet have?
Yes, one of the very important thing that we have is that we have HDMI output, and all our NASes are with Intel Atom very powerful performance CPUs. So first, it can handle all kind of tasks. Second, with HDMI output, you can consider your home TV or large screen as the interface, and your mobile phone, your pad as your input devices, and have all kind of automation done from TV and your pad through your NAS as a central management.
So what would you define as the key points of Asustor, your unique features?
I think there are a few things. First, I will talk about the home automation. When we talk about HDMI, it's not media playback. It's not just to play movies and music. Actually, it is the interface for you to integrate and do everything from your couch and looking through your TV. So here is one example. This is Asustor Portal, and here you can see you can directly operate ADM, which is our platform, and also you can directly search on Google browser. Also, you can do media playback, and finally, the very unique point that is you can directly check surveillance on your TV.
So what other brands obviously also have surveillance, but it's not as integrated with your large screen.
Yes. That is a key point. It is not just the functionality that we provide unique. This is a total experience.
Earlier you also discussed something about your XBMC features and the audio features in particular. What is the unique thing about the audio in the Asustor NASes?
Yes. For the XBMC part, we are the only one that can support Dolby, DTS, and 5.1, 7.1 surround sound. And also it can stream out, it can play back with 3D contents. So actually just with a NAS, you have a real home theater.
But still there are people who would say you won't put a NAS in your living room or in your bedroom because they make noise. Is that a point, and are there solutions for that?
For many people, this is quite a key point. That is why in the past, and also from other vendors, HDMI or local display was not authorized. But with Asustor NAS, we have a sleep mode, system sleep mode. In a sleep mode, you only take 1.4 watts, and you will wake up in 1.5 seconds.
So, but the downside is that when it's in sleep mode, you cannot download files or share them with other people.
Yes, this is indeed, but also it has a positive side. That is, if you put this in the living room or bedroom next to your TV, you can directly enjoy the playback. So it's a choice, it's an experience of operation.
Earlier we talked a bit about surveillance. You have surveillance support in all your NAS devices. What is the difference between the different series?
For every series, we provide 4 licenses for free, which is very ideal for small, medium business and also for home environment.
So with 4 licenses, you mean you can connect up to 4 cameras simultaneously, right?
Exactly. And from this month, we will launch the new firmware, which you can expand your license. So for the 2 and 3 series, you can expand up to 8 cameras, and for the 6 series, you can expand up to 12 cameras.
And you can both record the data obviously from the cameras, but you can also watch it live on your big screen.
Exactly. So not only recording, for example, I'm watching a movie, somebody's ringing a bell, I can directly switch on my TV and see who is knocking at the door and decide if I want to go open the door.
How do you go about setting up your cameras?
So setting up IP camera was one of big bottleneck to make this popular at home, because you need to have maybe up to 13 procedures to set up one camera. And for each camera, you need to repeat the procedure. But only from Asustor, we guarantee you within 5 procedures, 5 steps, you can set up all the domain camera within 5 to 7 minutes. And that is very ideal for home user. For small medium business, it's also very good because you have more time to serve more customer, and the customer can learn it really easily. So after service will be also very low.
So do you have a lot of presets built in for different camera brands, or how does it work?
Yes, exactly. All the compatible cameras in our compatibility list, you can do the local scan. So the first step is directly scan local domain IP camera, and it will set up for you. So just this step, you can match, let's say, up to 12 camera simultaneously at one time.
So we see more and more NAS devices with people at home, and the philosophy of Asustor is basically that it should be easy to connect these NAS devices together to share also larger files with each other. How do you go about that?
Okay, so we talk about we have a different vision from everyone. Everyone is using this as a storage, but what we see is that this should be implemented as a smart home, as a central management device for everyone. So the target audience changed from company to actually every individual who have a pad or cell phone or who need to manage data centrally. So our concept is that the data is centrally managed in your own cloud, and the sharing and the transfer should be also from cloud to cloud, which is not possible from current conventional NAS. You need to download, you need to log in and wait for 3 hours or maybe overnight to get your files down to your notebook and finally upload back to your NAS. So what we provide is we have this FTP Explorer. This is the first FTP client in the NAS. So you can directly connect to another NAS and see the index and transfer the file you want and shut down your notebook or your pad and go away. All the transferring, all the sharing will be done cloud to cloud, NAS to NAS.
Apart from this FTP Explorer style, you can also make automatic sync between two NAS devices, right?
Yes. Actually, for the client within NAS, you have FTP Explorer. But also when you are outside on your mobile phone, our AI data app can also help to transfer one file from your own NAS to another NAS, even to Google Drive, to Dropbox, to cloud space. This is the real cloud-to-cloud transfer and sharing.
So in your new software, there's also a function called My Archive, which helps you to split up the drives in your NAS. Can you tell us a bit about that?
Yes, we all have a lot of concern about expansion. So in the past, you need to buy more and more NASs or buy a larger capacity NAS. But with our My Archive, actually you can manage the last 2 drives to become a special volume. So let's say we are now at 2014, and I can move all the 2013 data, 2012 data to my archive volume, and very simply just take out the drive, put it on shelf, and make it a collection. It is not powered, so you are not wasting the electricity, and also the disks are not spinning. So it is very little chance that you will have it break or failed.
So basically, if you have a 4-bay NAS, you can have the first 2 drives as a regular RAID array, and the last 2 drives you can use as swappable devices.
Exactly. So the last 2 drives you use it as My Archive drive, and you can have a whole shelf, maybe 100 drives. That is as your data collection for your precious memories.
With NAS devices, we see a lot of functionality and also a lot of functionality which is available across multiple brands. So how do you go about innovating your software?
Within Asustor, we have this principle, which is our core value. We always put 80% of time to try to develop function to fulfill the people's demand. But we always have 20% of the effort that we try to make some innovation you never experienced. For example, we will launch our photo gallery app after this CeBIT. In this photo gallery, we have unique function. For example, on the cover, you have 4 icons in the lower button. These 4 icons are new insert photos. So whoever that is browsing your website, browsing your photo album online, can always know the latest updates. And with this function, actually you don't need to manage hundreds of photo albums. You can just have from topic, for example, travel album, and always put new photos in. And with the tag function to make more detailed categorization, for example, the location, the date, and maybe the friend that is within this photo album. So you can manage your photo album in very simple categorization and then switch to smart album and search your photo with the tag information.
So, and I noticed that you also have an app on your smartphone that you use to take the pictures and already have them categorized in one of your main categories?
So for our AI photo application, which is very popular, and actually for conventional NAS, you also have similar function. But within our AI photo, we always have uniquity. One of them is that you can enter your photo album with your AI photo and start to take pictures. So now I'm in Germany, I just enter the travel album and start to take picture. This picture will directly upload to the photo album on my photo gallery, and later on when I go to dinner, I also can enter the dinner album and start to take photo. It will directly categorize for you.